It's another episode of What is Trending. My name is Angelo Himaleth and I'm your anchor. Yes, lots of political propaganda have been taking place right from the day INEC announced the just concluded results for the elections. Okay, and different political candidates and political party candidates have been suffering from these backlashes and political propaganda. Some have been aimed at the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, while some have been aimed at the presidential candidate of the APC, who is now the president-elect, talking about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, these two are not the only ones involved in political propaganda. Okay, forward to today, Sahara reporters have brought to the notice of the Federal Republic or the general public that Festus Keyamu, a serving minister of labor and productivity and employment, has been caught in a sort of home purchase scandal in the US, okay, despite bragging and posing as a prosecutor with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Now, a real estate document showed that Keyamu got the property located at 5509 Silver Canyon Lane in Texas, USA, and this particular real estate property was sold to him by a company named Savannah Trace, and this property has no traceable income that could justify the purchase over time. Now, this Texas property is said to be worth over $359,000, which ranges or erupts or emanates into billions of Nigerian naira as reported, okay, and it was purportedly and allegedly acquired in the year 2021. Now, recall that in the past days or in the past, Festus Keyamu, a senior advocate of Nigeria, had been a prosecutor with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, but he got the same property just a year after his appointment as minister, okay? After his appointment as minister, he was supposed to relinquish his post or his job as a serving legal practitioner with the EFCC. That was in 2019, and the appointment came in 2019. And then forward to 2021, Festus Keyamu incredibly and suddenly got himself a real estate property in Texas. Now, remember that he had stopped practicing because of his appointment, okay? So the question is this: how much has Festus Keyamu earned over time as a minister, just 1 year into his appointment, for him to be able to acquire a property, a landed property that is ranging to such a whooping and such a sonorous amount of money, or millions of dollars? All right, that is that. Now, sometime in January, in order to put forward an image of a kind of civil servant that is devoid of corruption, Festus Keyamu, who is also a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, in January 2023, he had written to various anti-graft agencies talking about the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, and then the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and the Code of Conduct Bureau to kind of arrest and interrogate the presidential candidate of the PDP, talking about Atiku Abubakar, on his purportedly source of wealth, or his alleged source of wealth. This happened after the estranged media aide of Atiku Abubakar, one Michael Achimugu, came on air to expose various strategies that his former principal, Atiku Abubakar, used to launder millions of Nigerian money during his time as vice president under former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Atiku used different formats such as the SPV, known as the special purpose vehicles, to really bring forth or originate sort of anonymous companies that were allocated to his own allies. These companies were known as SPVs. And one among such companies, very famous, was a company known as Marine Float Company. And Atiku used this pattern to launder millions of amounts of money from the Nigerian coffers to his own personal account, okay? Now, in 2016, Keyamu withdrew as the prosecuting counsel in a corruption case between the federal government and the former governor of Bayelsa State, Timi Silva, for reasons accrued to himself. These reasons we could not trace back to Keyamu, but news had it that Keyamu withdrew from that case for personal reasons. If over time Keyamu has portrayed himself as a very law-abiding citizen of Nigeria, a constitution-filled and constitution-minded legal practitioner, and a civil servant that is devoid of corruption and corrupt practices, then why will news be emanating early today, Sunday, the 23rd day of April 2023, that Festus Keyamu has been the alleged owner of a big landed property in the US worth billions of Nigerian naira? This property is worth $359,000, as I earlier said. Now the question is, if various anti-graft commissions and agencies are viewing this right now, they have to make hay while the sun shines and probe Festus Keyamu. Of course, as a Nigerian song once said, the hunter has become the animal or the hunted right now, because, of course, hearing this, Festus Keyamu is supposed to come out publicly and declare his assets. Of course, he has claimed over time that he has done this. He has declared his asset. Even when he was made minister, he claimed to have written to various anti-grafting agencies to declare his assets, but these are yet to be confirmed, because earlier today, Festus Keyamu has come out to deny and debunk various rumors that are pointing to the fact that he has a house in US. Although he has not come out to deny the ownership of the house, but he has come out to outrightly debunk statements saying or pointing at the fact that he used public funds or Nigerian funds to purchase this property. That is that on that particular update. In another development, a Twitter handle with the username Fauzia2, a Nigerian student studying in Khartoum, Sudan, has placed a distress call to the Nigerian government, talking about President Muhammadu Buhari and his assistant Yemi Osinbajo. This particular distress call came earlier today when these students studying in Sudan, northeastern Africa, brought to the notice of the general public that it is no more news that there is a high level of crisis and a kind of religious war taking place in Sudan right now. She placed a call to the federal government to please make hay and evacuate students from Nigeria studying in Sudan with immediate effect, as high rates of killing and a very, very high number of people have been taken down. And she has gone forth to call not just the general public, but the United Nations and the European Union too, to come to the aids of people in Sudan. If you'll recall, sometime last night, there was an update that the US government have evacuated American diplomats on Sudanese soil. And this distress call coming from one Fauzia2 with the Twitter handle Fauzia2 on Twitter. It is no longer news that she has been making these calls once for all, and she's making it right now because she alleged that this could be her last call up to the Nigerian government. And if things aren't done quickly, there could be one or two hitches. You would watch the video there and listen to her while she placed this distress call to the federal government of Nigeria.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fauzia Idris Safio, mostly known as Fauzia through social media. I'm a Nigerian student studying in Khartoum, Sudan. As you all know, there is a war, terrible war happening in Khartoum, Sudan. In Sudan, actually. And it's always getting worse by the day. So the day before yesterday, we flee from Khartoum, me and my family, because my sister was sick and there are no hospitals. We flee from Khartoum and we came to the border. On our way, we saw a lot of Sudanese fleeing Khartoum. What of us, the Nigerian students? The day before yesterday, by 10 o'clock p.m., at night, we reached the border of Ethiopia and Sudan in Galabat. We slept there, and yesterday we entered the border, the immigration office of Sudan, and they said they are going to stamp the exit visas for us, Sudanese border. And then the Ethiopian border, they told us they are not going to let us pass unless we have our visa to enter Ethiopia, and we don't have it. The Nigerian embassy in Sudan is really trying their best. We talked to them, they sent a letter for us, and then the people at the border said they are not going to let us pass unless it's a visa. So they sent us back to Gadarif, which is another location near the border. We went to the consulate and we asked for the visa, and they said they are not going to stamp visa for us. They are only stamping it for Sudanese. So Al-Muhim, right now we are stranded in Gadarif. Alhamdulillah for the Sarkin Hausawa, Ambassador Hashim Shuaib Usman. He connected us with the Sarkin Hausawa of Gadarif, Memartaba Harun At-Tahir Al-Abbakar the 6th at Gadarif right now. And he gave us accommodation, as you can see. Hotels are not available. He took us in like his children. He fed us. He gave us place to sleep, a very peaceful place. Right now, today is our third day. We've applied online visa. They said it's not going to come out any soon because of the holiday, of the Eid holiday. So we are basically stranded at the border. Us, at least here, it's peaceful. But we are hoping to cross the border, inshallah. Our sisters and brothers, especially our sisters, they are stranded in Khartoum. Khartoum is turning into a battlefield. Since we left Khartoum, they have been calling us about bomb blasts, bullets entering people's house. Ladies are crying. There's no food, there's no water, there's no shelter, there's no food. Because the shelter is not safe. Bullets will literally come into your house and kill you. So they are stranded there. Our sisters are RUA hosted. Our sisters all over Khartoum, the Nigerian students are stranded in Khartoum. They can't move. And please, if you are in Khartoum, don't move out. Don't go out alone. It's very serious and very risky. You should go out, in case you have to go out, maybe for food or something, go out in groups. Don't go out alone. Please, the government should try. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the embassy, they are really trying their best. Please try your best. Maybe the embassy of Nigerians in Ethiopia, they should try and let us pass the border. They should try and let us pass the border. And they should also try our sister. If to say we pass the border, we are only 7 Nigerians. What of our sisters and brothers in Khartoum? Wallahi, I'm worried about them because they are still at the battlefield. They are still there. It's critical. Yesterday night, I read that they broke out prisoners in Khartoum. So the street is not safe at all. And they are looting, they are thieves. They are also hungry, so they will take advantage of anyone, especially the sisters. Dua is the only thing keeping us alive right now. Alhamdulillah, nobody was badly injured in the Nigerian students. Somalians, we met them at the border day before yesterday. Syrians are also here. Everyone is fleeing away from Khartoum. Malawians are leaving. Only our Nigerian students, this is bad. Khartoum is not safe at all. Urging with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the embassy, they should connect, even if our university, they can use National University of Africa's buses and take students out of Khartoum. That is my suggestion. Because here, the second House of Gadarif, he's a really, really nice person. He said he has accommodation for as many people as possible. We were with him, the government are calling him for his guest house, and he's saying his guest house is for the Nigerian students. He's waiting for people to come here so that he can shelter them before their visa, before our embassy or our ministries or our governments try and take us out. So right now, today is my third day at the border. If to say we did not make the second House of Gadarif, we are basically stranded. There's no hotel, nothing. And we have spent a lot of money. My worries are the people at Khartoum. Some of them, they don't have even $10. We've spent a lot of money, mind you. Some people, they don't have even $10. Some people have money, their passport is expired. Some people, their passport is at the immigration office for residence permit, and the immigration office is closed. So some people have no passport. So what's the way out? If you are watching this video, please share it, repost it, make it viral. We really, really need your help, and we really, really need your prayer. Yesterday, you guys were celebrating Eid. We were here fighting for our life, fighting and praying. Please, we need your prayers. As I said earlier, we are stranded here, and we need a way out. We need visa, we need connection, anything with the border of Ethiopia. If we leave, there's hope for our sisters and our brothers. Thousands of Nigerians are there at Khartoum. They can pass through our roads. We are not trying to be selfish. We are not like just talking about ourselves. Honestly, my concern are with the people in Khartoum. They can't leave Khartoum, and we are hoping they leave Khartoum and leave. So if we pass, a lot of people have hope. Please help us.
Yes, all said and done. You heard it there from Fauzia too. Her voice sounded like one who was talking under duress. Of course, somebody at that age, as young as she is, experiencing a very strong political crisis in a country that is not hers, should really be given immediate and quick attention as soon as possible. We thereby implore, however, the Nigerian government to make moves quickly, positive moves, to organize the members of the armed forces, or to make a peaceful sort of a treaty with the Sudanese government to please kindly, peacefully deport Nigerian students who are resident or schooling in these countries for peaceful purposes, and to ensure the safety of life and property. That is that. If you're just joining us, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. Don't forget to place a like to all our videos, and don't forget to make our videos go viral by sharing it to people in Nigeria and in diaspora. See you next time.